Hi everyone, this is Leslie with PrayNite for your weekly tarot card forecast. And this week I will be pulling 2 cards for each of the zodiac signs. So let's begin. Okay everyone, let us start the weekly reading. I'm going to start off by pulling a Rumi's Gift Oracle card. I always like to have a catalyst card or a card that shows the theme of the week before we get into each of the zodiac signs. So let's start off here, and this is the card that wants to come out. And this card is courage. So whatever it is that you are trying to accomplish this week, you are going to need your fortitude to make it happen. There may be things going on where you need to say something or make a statement that's pretty bold, or talk to somebody that you're not sure how to talk to. If it's a love, if it is a coworker, a friend, and have the courage to say what you need to say and do what you need to do. So let's get into the reading now. So we're going to start off with Aries. And Aries, let's see what you got. Good card to start off the week, Aries. This is all about manifestation this week for you, Aries. So if there's something that you're trying to achieve, you are ready. When I say ready, I always look at the Magician card as you have everything you need to make it happen. It is like manifestation on steroids this week for you, Aries. And you also here have the 4 of Pentacles, which tells me that you may be pulling back a bit from really believing that you have everything that you need. Now, if this is in a work-related sense, and if you are looking for a job or changing careers, this is a time where if you have interviews or are feeling doubtful or have any insecurities about how you're going to make this happen, you have to really rely on your inner self to know that, and trust and faith that everything that you have done up until this point will help you get to where you need to belong. Now, if this is in love, this is all about knowing that you are good enough, and don't ever let anyone take that away from you. And a lot of times in love, there's a sense where we may not be pretty or handsome enough, or there's something that we don't have that makes this other person attracted to us. Now, one thing you have to realize is we are attracted to who we are attracted to for many different reasons. And you have to know within yourself that you are good enough to have the love that you deserve. And if there is a love that isn't deserving in your life at this moment, you have to know that they are not meant for you and there is better coming. So put yourself out there this week. Don't hold back because of any insecurities. If you are doing online dating or anything like that, you need to put yourself out there this week. Be who you are. Don't hold back from saying what you need to say or doing what you need to do. If that person isn't attracted to you in this moment, they're not the right match. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. And you'll see that eventually if you can't see it at this moment. So that's what I have going on for you this week, Aries. All right, so now we're going to move on to Taurus. Let's see what we have going on for you, Taurus. All right, Taurus. It looks like you have the 6 of Pentacles and you have the Death card. This is time for you to make a change in your life, Taurus. It also is a time where something good is going to happen to you this week in regards to job. I see job very clearly here. You may get an offer. Something may happen where you feel good about it and you're happy. You've achieved something. You might have done really well on an interview. You might have gotten a job, Taurus. There may have been an opportunity that came to you. You may have a partnership, because I'm also feeling partnership here in this reading. Somebody has reached out to you and presented an opportunity for you, and you're feeling really good about it. It may be a new opportunity you weren't planning for, or something against the odds of what you've been doing. In that case, Taurus, you need to know that it is time to really transform what you're doing, because you can reach a higher level of what you're doing career focused than you have ever done before. Believe it or not. I feel like this opportunity that's presented to you, if this applies to you, Taurus, again, this is a general reading, you are taking the cake. You are finding out that all of the hard work, because I feel like for you, Taurus, it's about hard work that you've done in the past. It's going to benefit you now. And a new, bigger, more profitable time it's for you now, Taurus. So that's awesome. Now, I always want to do a love perspective here as well. For love, you could have now all of a sudden had somebody ask you out, somebody in your life who just that you decide is, wow, I've met this person and I feel really good with them, because this is all about feeling really good with them. But they may not be the person that everybody assumed that you would be matched with or paired with. So this is all about you finding your own place in the world with a partner. And if it is somebody that has entered your life, you have to realize that they've entered your life because they're the ones that are best matched and best suited to you. They're probably a different type of person than you've met prior. They don't have the same characteristics. They may be a little bit outlandish in a way, or just have a different characteristic than what you're used to. But I feel like they're going to be better suited to you. They're going to be better matched to you. So if somebody asks you out and they're just not who you normally go out with, I would give them a chance, because I feel like you're going to find in them that they're going to release something in you that makes you feel more authentic about yourself in this case. So great week for you, dear Taurus. Okay, so let's move on to Gemini, and let's see what we have going on for you, Gemini. All right, Gemini, you got the 9 of Swords and you got the 2 of Wands. Right away, it tells me that you are contemplating about a new adventure for you, a new possibly career, job. For some of you Geminis, you may be out of work actually, because I'm feeling like there is something that's weighing on you this week. Or if you're unhappy at your work, there is some issue going on in your work. You may have troubles in your work. You may be feeling like you're at your wit's end. There is something that you are feeling really drained about this week in regards to your work. But the good news here is saying that you really have to look at what you think is appropriate for you going forward. What does your new path look like in a work-related sense? You have to really look closely at what it is you're doing that's not working for you and what it is that you need to do to rectify that. Do you need to look at another career? Do you need to look at another job maybe within the same career field? Is it something that isn't making you enough money? Because that just came in to me as well, that you could feel like you're not making enough money. And what is that opportunity that you have to earn more, to feel more stable? Because I feel right now you may not have stability for some reason, and it's keeping you awake at night. That's how I'm feeling in regards to work. So just hang on, and having the 2 of Wands next to the 9 of Swords tells me that there is a new beginning for you and it will be better. So hang in there. If right now you're not feeling great about your situation, hang in there, because there is a better road for you as well. And in regards to love, I want to mirror that to say that there may be some problem happening in your love life at this moment, or you're worried about your love life for some reason. Maybe you've just ended a relationship, or you have lack of relationship, and that's really important to you. This is where you have to realize that you have to look ahead and say, how can I take action to have somebody in my life? And I feel like action is needed. So if you have been contemplating doing online dating, do it. Or if you need to go out and be a part of a community outside where there's possibility to meet someone, that's what you have to do. Because having the 2 of Wands here tells me that you have to take a move forward. Inaction is going to lead to not having any opportunity unless you're out there. You need to be out there and present yourself to people who may be attracted to you or have the same interests that you have. That may be why community is coming up for me. So maybe there's some online community or there's some group that you need to belong to, that if you're out there and you start a conversation, who knows, But if you're staying at home and you're not belonging with anybody or you're not socializing in any way, that could inhibit your love life. So just get out there and make one step, whatever that step is for you. Okay, so let's move on to Cancer. Let's see what we have going on for you, Cancer, for this week. These two cards just, okay, if you say so. So, Cancer, great news, you got the Chariot, but you also got the Five of Cups. So, this is life, right? And I just want to be clear here that I know a lot of people, want everything to be like, yes, everything's going to happen to you today. Everything's going to be great today. But one thing you have to realize is that life is cyclical, has goods, bads, on how we perceive it, but it is the journey. So I feel here for this particular reading, Cancer, this is for you where you have a win this week. You're going to have a win. But as quick as the win happens, you're going to have a loss. So you have to realize that there are cycles in life that say, you win some, you lose some. And you can't look at everything you do in life as successful. Not anyone out there is successful all the time. We are humans, and you have to just keep plowing ahead and knowing that you have to accept the wins and enjoy them, because I'm feeling from this reading here, dear Cancer, is that when you get that win, you have to cherish it in the moment. Don't right away start thinking about all the things that you don't have. You need to realize and really feel into that win, no matter what comes on the other side. Now, if that win to you, because also what's coming up for me here is that win to you might not be emotionally satisfying as you thought it would be. So if you have that win and then it's like, you get a new toy, for example, or when I say new toy, adult toys, like you could be on Amazon and you say, oh, I want this, whatever it is that you need to buy, and you buy it, and you just like a kid, you play with it for a little bit and you use it and you go, okay, well, now that's over. Now I'm not satisfied. I'm also getting that message coming in, is that if you are able to purchase something or get something in your life that you've wanted and you thought you wanted, like really badly, and you got saved up enough money, or even if it's like a new house or a new location, it could be as big as that, or it could be something you purchase on Amazon or some other online store, new piece of clothing or whatever you thought was just going to be great, and then it just doesn't satisfy you. That is you looking for satisfaction in your outside world, when the satisfaction starts within you. It starts within your inner world. If you feel you have everything you need, there is nothing on the outside world that is going to take that away from you. But that is internal work each one of us has to do on a daily basis. And that's why I started these daily tarot readings, because you have to always remember that life every day is just up, it's just down, it's just up, it's just down. But if and I've mentioned in another video, and if I can find the video, I had mentioned about having that solid inner state. I call it like the solid ship, and you're moving about the ocean with all the waves, but you're standing solid. No matter what waves come about, your ship won't break. You are solid. You have to know how to take life's ups as well as life's down. This is also applies to your love. So, I talk about work. Now for love, it's the same concept. If you have met somebody and you go on a date and you've been maybe eyeing this person, or it's someone that you thought was going to be super great for you, and you go out on a date and it flops, and you think, what? This person is so handsome or pretty, and as soon as I try to connect with them, there's nothing. And then you feel that hopeless, like, but this is the person I expected was going to make me happy. Now what? This is that same message, Cancer, that you have to realize that it's about the inner. Expect the journey is going to be up and down, up and down. And so you may go on a few dates and nothing, but then you may find that there is a win for you here. But you have to realize that it may not be what you expected. It could possibly be better. And if you're in an existing relationship, same thing. Remember that relationships, they're cyclical. Sometimes it's wonderful and you're feeling great and you're connecting with your partner. And then in the next breath, you're having a fight over something silly. You have to realize that it is a journey, and you have to know you got to take the good with the bad. And that's the major message for you, dear Cancer, this week. All right, so now we're going to move on to Leo. See what we have going on for you, Leo. Give you a nice good shuffle here, Leo. Leo, I have to start with love here because that's the indication here. Love, new love on the horizon if you are looking for love. This is a sign for me that says this is great. You might have met somebody here and you're feeling really, really good about it. It is new. You might meet somebody unexpected. This person that you meet is going to actually energize you. If you have been feeling like stuck and not motivated to do anything, this energy coming into your life, we're all energetic beings, but this person's energy, when they come into your life, they are going to spark something in you that motivates you, and you're going to want to do things with them. You're going to want to go places and, try new things. I feel like this is going to be a good thing for you. So I don't see anything negative here for you. I feel like in order for you to meet this person, I feel like you have been doing the work on your inside. You have been trying to, make your ship stronger and feel like you have everything, law of attraction. And you've been going about your world in that way where it's the right moment in the right time where somebody shows up and you feel really blessed. So I had to start off with love because for you, Leo, I feel like love is really the major thing here for you, Leo, this week. But I want to also include work in case somebody is looking for work-related answers. For you, in work-related answers, there may be an opportunity coming for you that feels right. It is a new opportunity that it may be even a new type of career or a new type of job, or just that the new people that you meet make you feel part of something. Because in this reading, for a work-related reading, I would say that the group that you are going to be working with, and it could even just be one person or multiple people, they are going to sing to your soul better than where you currently are. So you're going to feel like you're alive and you're more creative with this new place, these new people. Now, this also could be joining a group, some sort of community. Could be a community online, it could be a community in person, but there is some belonging that you feel. And I feel like for you, these people are also going to energize you and you're going to be ready to take on tasks that maybe you weren't motivated to do. So for me, this could be about you not being motivated in your current position. And this opportunity that comes along is going to spark that for you. It's something new and it makes you feel good. So great reading for you, Leo, this week. Way to go, Leo. All right, so now we're going to move on to Virgo, and let's see what we have going on for you, Virgo. One thing for you is that there is a connection in love this week, which is awesome. I feel like for you, though, Virgo, this is an existing relationship. Someone that you're already in an established relationship with. There is going to be connection with that person this week. the one thing you have to have a watch out for is that whatever happens, it's wonderful in a moment. Maybe you're taking vacation together. I feel like there's a time element to this, Virgo, where you may spend time with this person and you're really connected. So that's, I'm thinking vacation for you. Then when you get back home, life goes back to normal. And you think, why can't it be like it is on vacation? It's like there's a short period of time where you're connecting with this person, and then life has to return to normal, and you feel that distance. I have to tell you here that that distance doesn't mean the person doesn't love you or give you all the attention that you're normally used to. It's just that there's no distractions when you're on vacation, or there's no distractions when you're alone together. So you may have a time where you go to dinner or do something alone together that you just are connecting, and then the next moment it feels like it's gone. What you have to know is that person really cares about you. It's just that life has to go on, and we all have responsibilities, we all have things that we have to do. And do not take it personally if that applies to you. And I feel like for love, this is all about existing relationships versus if you haven't met someone. That's what's coming up. I can't even try to read for the other because it's just not coming up if you haven't met anyone yet or looking for love. For work-related indications here, there may be someone that you think is your friend. You may share some gossip with them or something, and you think that you have their trust, and then when you turn around, the trust has been broken, where they possibly could be sharing that gossip that they shouldn't be telling. You know, it's like you told them a secret. You said something about somebody in work and they went ahead and told somebody else. You're going to feel hurt because you thought you could trust them. That's what's coming up for me. So I want you to just be aware of that and know that if it is a trust-related matter, before you say something, if they're not close to you or if it's a new relationship you've made at work, and you think that you're on the same level, keep whatever you need to tell them. Just be wary of telling them something you don't want to get out. If you feel like you have to put something out there as a test, that you don't care if it gets out or not, just to see if they're worthy of your trust, you can try that. I mean, it doesn't hurt to say something and see if they let the cat out of the bag. Something that wouldn't hurt you if someone else knew. Just watch out for that. That's the only watch out I have for you this week, dear Virgo. All right, so now we're going to move on to Libra. All right, so for you, Libra, this is all about, using your intuition this week with the High Priestess being here. In regards to work, I'm going to put work first because that's what's coming up. Some of you, I feel like, could be in sales because I feel like there's a communication that's going to happen, and I'll try to think of it in another way if it's not just sales, but there's going to be a communication that happens that you say the right thing and you get the purchase order, or you say the right thing and the deal closes. That's how I'm looking and feeling about this particular thing. It's like you know when to say what you need to say by using your intuition, and it's almost like you find that moment of time where you're not consciously, analytically thinking about how to say it. It comes up from your intuition driving communication. That's what I'm feeling for you. And that intuition driving this communication is going to be successful for you. Something's going to come up where it's awesome, and it's like that right moment in time. And this could be in relationship too, and it doesn't have to be for work. I'm going to go back to work for a minute because I said sales, because I feel like that's how I can easily say to you how something will happen. Now, if you're not in sales, it's the same thing where your intuition is going to guide you to say something to someone, and it's going to be successful for you. It's something you can't plan this week, but just be aware of it. So if something comes up this week where you're in a conversation and all of a sudden something comes out of your mouth and you're like, why did I say that? And then that analytical mind may take over after it comes out of your mouth to say, oh my God, I can't believe I just said that. But then all of a sudden the person reacts positively to what you said and said, I really can relate to you. So if you're interviewing too, this could come up for you, where you're just going to blurt something out and you don't even realize it because it's coming from a place where you can't necessarily control, not in a reactive way, but more of an intuitive way. It is going to be a good thing that you did communicate this. Same thing in love. With love, it is all about you knowing when you have to say something to another person. So I feel like there may be a conversation that you're looking to have with another person, but you don't know how to actually come out with it. I feel like this will be an impromptu time for you where all of a sudden something's going to just come out and you're going to realize that you needed to say that all along, but you didn't know how to say it. So when you're in this impromptu moment, your intuition is going to guide you and just the words are going to come out, but it's going to be something you've needed to say that you haven't been saying, and it's going to work out in the best way possible because the other person is going to understand where you're coming from and say, I'm so glad you said that because I've been feeling that way too. Or I'm so glad you said that because I feel like that's something that I could feel, because they're going to have intuition on their side. I feel like you've been holding back from me, and I knew that this might have been an issue with you, but I didn't want to say anything in case I was wrong. So it's going to open up that communication for you in a relationship. So great for you, dear Libra. All right, so now we're going to move on to Scorpio. Let's see what's going on for Scorpio. So for you, it is a celebratory, love-focused week for you, Scorpio. There is something that is going to happen where you just need to be with your friends, your family, people that you love to celebrate something. Right away, because the Two of Cups is here, it's celebrating love. So maybe you just got engaged. Maybe you just found out you're having a baby, because anything partnership related where you need to celebrate. If somebody has asked you out that you want to share that with your friends and your family because maybe the relationship now is getting more serious, this is the time to do it. If you've been wondering if you should talk about a relationship and maybe you don't want to jinx it, or I feel like this person is really supposed to be in your life. And it's time to open up to the people that you care about in your life. So that's really positive. When it comes to work-related instances, this is great because you're going to have camaraderie in your work situation. You're going to feel connected on a group level. There may be a win. Sports is coming up for me here. So again, sports doesn't really come up for me that often, but for you, it could be you just won a game or you won something. You're part of a team and you're winning, because that just came up for me, and you might have gotten a trophy of some sort. Now I know I had that in another reading, so somebody here watching may be involved in sports or have children that are involved in sports, because that doesn't normally come up for me. The other thing that I am feeling here is for work related is that you may have achieved something with a group of people. Maybe it's a project you've been involved in and you won an award for that particular project. If it's a creative project and you submitted for an award, this is time where you're going to get the award for that. You could be awarded by your boss, but I feel like it's not just you alone here. This is going to be you and someone else are going to be awarded for something that you've achieved, a project or something you've been working really hard on. You're going to get recognition for that as a team. It could be just one other person that you've been working with or a group of people. So all in all, very positive reading for you, dear Scorpio. All right, so now we're going to move on to Sagittarius. Let's see what we have going on for you, Sagittarius. Pretty heavy reading for you, Sagittarius. Something is going to happen in your life where there's a new beginning. You need to know that whatever you've been working on, it's time to let it go and move on. You need to move on to the bigger, better dream that you have. And I feel like for this particular reading, I feel like some of you are holding on to what you had in the past. If this is in regards to work, there may be a new career opportunity, but it's different. It's going to be very different from what you're doing now. So you might have switched careers totally or paths totally in what you do in the world. And it's scary. And you've worked really, really hard for it. I feel like for you, it is now manifested for you. There's something, whether you have been working really hard to get a new career path or a new type of job, it's different than what you're normally doing, like what you have done in the past. It's very different. Maybe even just a different place that you're in, but I feel like it's a whole different type of career for you, Sagittarius. And it's now manifesting. So that's a positive thing. It's taken you a long time to get here, or a lot of work has happened to get you here. And I feel like for you, it's time to take that break before you start it. Like it's manifested whether you have a deal, but here it's saying don't keep worrying about it, or don't let the old life hold you back. You know, this is what I used to do, or this is what I used to say. You're starting a new path, Sagittarius. Remember that you have to stay on that new path and do things differently. You're going to want to reflect to the old way you did things, or the old way you communicated, or the old way. You have to now be open and have, this is where the courage comes for you in this card for Rumi's gift, is that this is where you need to tap into your courage about doing something differently and really overall just doing it differently. Now, when it comes to love, Sagittarius, this could be, if it is an old pattern that you have, and I feel like this is maybe a communication pattern you have if you are already partnered with somebody. And there's this cycle that goes on with you, back and forth, back and forth. This is where this is prompting me to tell you to try things differently. If you normally respond and you have a habitual way of responding to that person when it comes to something they always do or say, and you always seem to have the same remark or the same thing, it's that tete-a-tete. They do something or you do something, they say the same thing. This is about either you doing something differently to break that pattern, or you not saying the same thing and trying something different, because it's all about relaying differently in how you communicate and how you have a relationship, how you function in this relationship dynamic. I feel like there's a better way for you to communicate with each other instead of how you normally communicate. That's what I'm picking up when it comes to love for you, Sagittarius. Okay, so now we're going to move on to Capricorn. For you, Capricorn, we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. What a great, solid reading for Capricorn. Queen of Pentacles, you are sitting pretty and accomplished, feeling grounded, feeling accomplished in your work. You've got this covered, very grounded. Pentacles, very grounded. You're feeling on top of the world. You can even see the crown on the crow's head there, signifying that you are sitting pretty. In the next card, as you see the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups I always look at as being blessed with all that you have. There is a chance for you to have major success right now, Capricorn. And I love to see this because I think early January, February, I was feeling kind of hard for you, Capricorn, but I feel like maybe all that hard work and all that work that you did in the past is now coming to fruition, because it is a grounded feeling, but emotionally it feels very positive for you in work-related situation. You may have gotten more money. You may have had a promotion, a raise. You are feeling like a deal just came through that you've been working really hard for, and maybe you didn't think it was going to happen, and all of a sudden, boom, you saw the right person at the right time, you did the right things, and now you have everything that you need. So wonderful for work-related aspects. And the same goes for love. I feel like you are very grounded this week with your partner, and this is for existing relationships, and I'm feeling that first. If you are looking for love, I'll try to read for that if is appropriate. But for existing partnership, you are feeling really grounded in your relationship. I feel that you are feeling loved from your partner this week. They are sharing with you everything that makes you feel good. I feel that you could be, doing things maybe you haven't done in a while, because I'm seeing people out to eat. Maybe you just haven't gone out to eat for a while at a restaurant, and there you are enjoying your favorite foods and really coming back to the life that satisfies you on a grounded level. Maybe things were up in the air between you and your partner previously, maybe through conversation and hard work, because again, it goes to the hard work that you've put into the relationship is now showing up, that it's benefiting you. And if you are looking for love, I feel that for you, in order to have everything that you need, you have to start off with knowing that you have everything you need. I know that might not make sense, but it is the law of attraction principle I follow very closely in my own life, and have proven me time and time again how awesome it is. If you feel like you have enough and you have everything that you need, even if you don't have a partner in your life, if you have that attitude and really feel it, you can fake it a bit, sit with it for a minute and say, what would it feel like if I had the partner who would match me? Not necessarily of my dreams, because sometimes that'll fall on its face because what you dream isn't really what you need or want. And imagine the things that this person will bring into your life that makes you feel satisfied and grounded. They will show up for you in that respect. That's how law of attraction works. So keep that in mind, dear Capricorn. All right, Aquarius. We have the King of Cups and the Magician. So as this is par for the course, Aquarius, because I think all year long so far I have been pulling wonderful cards for you. You might have had a couple of weeks where I think you're human. Again, you're feeling so good this week. You are feeling like, I don't know, for some of you, I just saw somebody sitting on a beach. I don't know if that relates to anybody, but I just saw sitting on a beach, the sun, feeling that you could take a deep breath. So some of you may be on vacation of some sort. The feeling here is that you don't have a lot of effort this week. There is not going to be a lot of effort from your part this week. I feel like you can sit back and you have everything you need. I've talked about the Magician card a million times about how you don't have to actually work hard at it to make something happen. You have all the tools you need. Whatever you've done in your past has brought you to this moment. Just enjoy it. I feel like for you, Aquarius, this is just about enjoying life in this week and really just sitting back and just taking a deep breath, because I keep feeling this exhale of relief from you. I don't know how that will apply in a lot of people's lives, but it's that exhale feeling. Really relaxed too. I feel very relaxed from you. Energy, which is lovely. And in a love relationship, same thing. I mean, it applies for either work or love here, but I feel like emotionally you are satisfied this week with where you are in your life. That's the major feeling I'm getting, is you're emotionally satisfied where you are in your life. So great for you, dear Aquarius. All right, so now we're on our last sign of Pisces. Dear Pisces, Ace of Cups, new love coming, but you don't know new love is coming. I feel like for you, Pisces, you cannot imagine how this is going to happen for you. Even me just saying to you, new love, it is bringing up a lot of, I don't know, past hurts or something, because I'm feeling past hurts. I don't know that you know how to move forward when I talk about love for some of you. Maybe you just haven't been focused on love. Maybe you've been focused on work or, other things that you don't realize, and you can't see your way forward when I say the words new love to you. It's not equating to you. So you may just be focused on your work, and so it's combining for me work and love here. Is that, yeah, okay, new love. How is that going to happen? How is that going to even happen? Like I haven't really been even focusing on it. So, okay, whatever you say, but you're not even sure if you want the new love. So I'm feeling that strongly for you. I do have to say though that if somebody does come in your life that you don't expect, you're not going to expect that you still had it in you to feel the way that you feel. So for some of you Pisces, you may have had the love of your life and you thought this was it, and you're not in the relationship with that person anymore, and you felt this is it, this is all I've had. I've had my love, I've had my one true love. I'll never be able to feel that way with someone else. Well, let me tell you that you have another chance at that. You have to be looking for it though, because, and when I say looking for it, it's not that feeling of, you know, just trying hard, because you have to just keep your eyes open. So anyone that you meet, remember that there is always a possibility of connection, but you have to have your eyes open before you can connect. And when I say eyes open, I mean be aware of the present moment. So if you're talking to somebody, try to connect with that person, each and every person you talk with, even if it's just going to the store and the person behind the register, look them in the eye and have a conversation with them. Or just look them in the eye, connect with them and say thank you, instead of looking at your phone or just looking down or looking away. I mean, there's so many people that do that now where nobody's connecting with one another. If you just, in your day, move about the world, whatever you're doing, not actually, when I say looking for it, not actually going on dating sites or whatever, because I feel like for you Pisces, that wouldn't apply here. I feel like for you, it's all about just connecting with people on a daily basis, looking them in the eye, talking to them, and all of a sudden, that's how somebody will connect with you. And you'll think, wow, I didn't think this was possible. But you have to be present and you have to be aware of how that will come for you. So that's what I feel for you Pisces. And again, for the work related, I was saying that I think a lot of you may be just busy working, and that's why you haven't felt this impetus for a new love in your life. So wow, overall I'd say this was a great reading for everyone. I only felt courage specifically for one of the signs, and I can't even remember. It really doesn't stay with me, and I apologize, because when I'm involved in the readings, it's just for that sign. So but one person did really, they wanted me to point out the courage, and maybe that's how this is going to work, but we'll see. I'm just going to keep trying new readings and see what works for you first and foremost, because these readings are to help awaken your intuition. And I'm hoping that this does help you in really thinking about the days and what's important to you and how you can maneuver in the world by using your intuition. So everybody have a great week, and let me know if you like me going back to my old format here by showing you the cards and the reading on the table versus me talking in the camera. I just want to get a sense for what you prefer, because really, again, as I always say, I'm not doing this for my own enjoyment. I'm doing this to help you and help people out there awaken their intuition, because I go through my days and I think so many people could benefit from being present, being aware, using law of attraction. And it's just so hard to have that conversation when people aren't in that mode. So I'm hoping that through these videos, there'll be a light bulb that helps them on their journey. So have a wonderful week, and let me know again in the comments. Again, thank you for liking and subscribing to my YouTube channel, and get the message out if you find these readings helpful. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye.